What's up, Shackles gang? This is your little Shackles, your advice guru, giving you relationship advice, general advice, and spreading love and positivity. I post YouTube videos Monday through Thursday, so be sure to tune in, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you receive my uploads. In today's video, I want to talk about the importance of forgiveness. Because a lot of times we get hurt by the ones that we love the most, and depending on how they hurt you, you want to forgive them, but sometimes you can't bring yourself to do it. Or sometimes they haven't apologized and you want to forgive them, but you want them to understand and feel the way you feel. But it's very important that you understand the true meaning of forgiveness and why you should forgive. For starters, people make mistakes. So if they've apologized, allow yourself time to heal, to process everything, and be okay and make amends. Secondly, you don't necessarily have to be surrounded by them after you forgive them. You can forgive them and choose not to have them in your life because of the situation that occurred. 3. Forgiveness also brings about a peace within yourself. So even if you don't forgive them for them because they said sorry or they whatever, you should still forgive them for your sanity. Because if you keep on having to rethink and reprocess and relive the same situation that you're trying to get away from, it'll hurt you at the end of the day. Because you have to keep on reminding yourself of why you haven't forgiven that person. You can forgive that person, let bygones be bygones, but you don't necessarily hold it close to your heart. But you're just like, they made a mistake and I don't want to deal with that person anymore. And that's perfectly fine. You're not a bad person for getting rid of the negativity in your life. I'm personally letting you know that. Because people have hurt me to the extent where I didn't want them around. And not everybody is there for the specific purpose of staying in your life forever and eternity. God may have put them in your lives for a certain period of time. And once you got to see their true colors, you're able to move forward and move on and become a better person. And when you truly forgive that person, it doesn't matter what they do at this point. Not in the way to hurt you, but in the way, like, say, like, your friend hangs out with them, it's like, whatever. Like, that's what you decide to do. Just don't bring them around me. Don't mention them. I personally don't care and don't want to know. And they should respect the fact that you're being open and honest and being like, I don't want to deal with the person. I don't want any part of them. If you want to deal with them, that's on you. And if you're one of those type of people that's like, oh, it's either me or them, let them know, like, hey, like, if you're dealing with this person, then don't talk to me. Because I don't want my information going back to them, or when they ask you about me, let me answer that. Tell them to hit me up. Although more than likely I ain't going to answer. It's just like, the forgiveness is a peace and set in your mind. Because things have happened to me in the past. People have taken advantage of me, unfortunately. But I understood that that's their character. That's who they are. At the same time, I did give them another chance. But you can only screw me over so many times before I'm like, you know what? We can't do this anymore. Because I'm not down to sit in a situation where you're going to continue to hurt me and you lose value for me and continue to do the same thing and it's just okay. That's like somebody telling you, oh yeah, you know, I'm ride or die, I'll be there for you whenever, and you call them in an emergency and then they still don't pick up. But then when the shit happens and it's all over and done with and you go through another situation and you go through it by yourself, then they're the first one's like, oh, why didn't you hit me up? It's like, because I couldn't trust you. It's like the same thing with forgiveness. You have to be willing to set aside the animosity, the bitterness, in order to forgive that person and continue living your life. You deserve to be positive, happy, and enjoy life. You don't need to be rehashing old stuff. And if you're rehashing, you need to talk to that person about it. Who knows? There may be a wrong misinterpretation. Or it's exactly what it is. And you agree to disagree. And y'all just ain't going to be as close. So, this is your little Shackles. Let me know the struggles that you probably went through as far as forgiveness. Or your ideology behind forgiveness. Your little Shackles. Deuces.